Obamagate. It's been going on for a long time.
It's finally happening. After years of investigations into the Trump administration over phony allegations and fake news, the tides have finally turned, and President Trump is about to investigate the Obama administration.
Get him out of here. Get him out. Get out of here. Get out of here. Looks like a nice little guy, actually. Go home to mommy. Go home. Bye.
After Donald Trump won the 2016 election, we heard nothing but Russia, Russia, Russia up until just a few months ago. The Democrats just couldn't get over the fact that Donald Trump beat Hillary Clinton and had to create bizarre stories in order to justify why it is he won. Instead of accepting the fact that he won fair and square, they said that Russia interfered in the election. They actually stuck with this narrative for 4 long years until the allegations finally fell flat on their face earlier this year. And now it's Donald's turn to have fun with the investigations.
From what I understand, that's only the beginning. Some terrible things happened, and it should never be allowed to happen in our country again.
On Sunday, May 10th, President Trump posted the following meme to his Facebook page that said, "Hope you had fun investigating me. Now it's my turn." That same day, President Trump took to Twitter to tweet out in all caps, "Obamagate," which was trending in the US with almost 4 million tweets. But he didn't just stop there. Trump also tweeted out, "He got caught, Obamagate." The next day, he shared an article titled, "Why did Obama tell the FBI to hide its activities from Trump?" And the 45th president said, "Because it was Obamagate, and he and Sleepy Joe led the charge. The most corrupt administration in US history." And once more, President Trump tweeted, "Obamagate makes Watergate look small time." So after spending the last 4 years with his back against the wall, Donald Trump is finally going on the offense against his predecessor for the illegal actions the Obama administration took to try to derail the Trump campaign in 2016. And things are about to get juicy. But before we get into what Obamagate is, please visit patreon.com/Kaitlin Bennett to directly support my work and help me get security for when I can finally go outside and film again. To pay this monster, make sure you go to patreon.com/Kaitlin Bennett. You can support my work to pay for this monster of a security guard. For just $5 a month, you can gain access to my private Facebook group. And while you can't leave the house, we can get to know each other a little better in there. You can also get super cool perks such as an autographed photo in the mail every month, or your name right here in the description of every YouTube video. Or you can go to cameo.com/KateMarieOX for a personalized shout out video from me. From 2009 to 2017, Barack Obama led perhaps one of the most corrupt presidential administrations in all of American history. But you'd swear his presidency was squeaky clean if you got all of your news from CNN and the New York Times. During his 8 years in office, the Obama administration was plagued by some of the most insidious scandals in US history. During his presidency, Obama weaponized the IRS to target conservative groups, which the IRS themselves admit to. Here's a 2013 article from the Washington Post titled, "IRS Admits Targeting Conservatives for Tax Scrutiny in 2012 Election." The article reads, "The Internal Revenue Service on Friday apologized for targeting groups with Tea Party or Patriot in their names, confirming long-standing accusations by some conservatives that their applications for tax-exempt status were being improperly delayed and scrutinized." One of the very first scandals of Obama's presidency was Operation Fast and Furious, which, quote, consisted of government officials allowing illegal gun sales in the hopes of tracking the weapons back to Mexican cartels. Based in Arizona along the border, as much as $1.5 million worth of guns was purchased by smugglers. The operation was such a failure that it led to the death of a Border Patrol agent. According to Reuters, on December 14, 2010, quote, U.S. Border Patrol agent Brian Terry is shot dead in a remote area of Arizona after a group of Mexican men who had crossed the border hoping to rob drug traffickers came across his unit. The attackers leave behind evidence including 2 semi-automatic rifles with serial numbers that match 2 in the Fast and Furious database. One of the more known controversies during the Obama administration was their lackluster response to an attack on an American consulate in Benghazi, Libya. 4 Americans were killed in the attack, including Ambassador Christopher Stevens.
Fact is, we had 4 dead Americans. Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night who decided they'd go kill some Americans? what difference at this point does it make?
A bipartisan Senate Intelligence Committee report, quote, found the attacks were preventable based on extensive intelligence reporting on the terrorist activity in Libya to include prior threats and attacks against Western targets and given the known security shortfalls at the U.S. mission. But Hillary Clinton wanted to blame the attack on a YouTube video instead of on the religion of peace.
We've seen rage and violence directed at American embassies over an awful internet video that we had nothing to do with.
And of course, what American could forget the name Edward Snowden, who was a whistleblower of one of the most expansive government programs in U.S. history. Snowden revealed that the NSA had a program called PRISM, which, quote, basically allows the NSA to go to the FISA court and request a warrant on any American citizen. They are then allowed to go to major technological companies and gather data from them, such as Google, Facebook, or Apple. Practically, though, the government had unfettered access to the communication of any citizen they wished to look at. So not only was President Obama using the IRS to target conservatives, but the NSA was being weaponized to collect data on American citizens. I could probably go on and on about even more scandals in the Obama administration, such as the Holy Land Foundation scandal, Attorney General Eric Holder's persecution of Fox News reporter James Rosen, or Obama's release of the 5 Taliban terrorists in exchange for a traitor that reportedly worked with them. Obama was not a good president and did everything in his power to work against the American people. And that's why in 2016, President Obama did this.
The President of the United States turned to the head of the FBI, the most powerful law enforcement official in America, and said, "Continue to secretly investigate my chief political rival so that I can act against him." Comey's response? Yes, sir.
According to thefederalist.com, quote, on July 31st, 2016, the FBI opened the Crossfire Hurricane counterintelligence investigation of the Trump campaign, purportedly to learn if members of the Trump team were coordinating or cooperating with the Russian government to influence or interfere with the 2016 elections. By August 16, 2016, the FBI had opened 4 subsidiary investigations on individuals connected to the campaign, claiming their connections to Russian businesses, pro-Russian factions, or Russian-owned entities reasonably indicated they may wittingly or unwittingly be involved in the activity on behalf of the Russian Federation, which may constitute a federal crime or threat to the national security. Then during a White House meeting just weeks before Donald Trump took office in 2017, instructed the FBI to withhold information from the incoming administration. Then National Security Advisor Susan Rice said, quote, President Obama said he wants to be sure that, as we engage with the incoming team, we are mindful to ascertain if there is any reason that we cannot share information fully as it relates to Russia. The article continues, quote, then FBI Director Jim Comey did not tell Trump that the FBI had an active investigation into Trump's incoming national security advisor, predicted on the idea that Flynn was potentially a Russian agent. Even after Obama had left office and Comey had a new commander-in-chief to report to, Comey continued to follow Obama's prompt by withholding intel from Trump. Just 2 weeks into Trump's presidency, Trump's first national security advisor, General Michael Flynn, was, quote, indicted for lying to the FBI by Robert Mueller's kangaroo court investigation of the Trump campaign's imaginary collusion with Russia, and coerced into a single-count guilty plea. At President Obama's request, the FBI took down General Flynn in an attempt to frame Donald Trump as a Russian asset. But unfortunately for Obama, President Trump and the Justice Department just announced last week that they are dropping the charges against General Flynn. And this is why Trump is now energized to go after the Obama administration for their egregious crimes in 2016. It's also why Trump is right to say that Obamagate makes Watergate look small time. There are probably 100 different crimes Obama committed while he was president, and he would have gotten away with all of them if he didn't make the grave mistake of spying on the Trump campaign. But perhaps his biggest mistake wasn't even the fact that he spied on Trump, but that he assumed Hillary would win in 2016, in which case Trump would have never found out. But thank God Trump did win, and we were not only able to steer our country back in the right direction over the last 4 years, but were able to learn about President Obama's last serious crime in office. Of all the crimes he committed, it might just be his last one that puts him behind bars.
Get him out of here. Get him out. Get out of here. Get out of here. Looks like a nice little guy, actually. Go home to mommy. Go home. Bye.
If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like and share, hit that subscribe button, and click the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. If you want to support my work, you can become a patron at patreon.com/KaitlinBennett and receive cool perks like an autographed photo from me in the mail each month. Or you can go to KaitlinBennett.org and get up to 75% off and free shipping on supplements and merchandise to support my work and start living a healthy life. My favorite product is Turbo Force because it gives me all the energy I need to make it through a long day of doing interviews. There are tons of other health supplements you can choose from to keep your body healthy during these uncertain times. And check out the website banned.video to see uncensored content from conservative creators that have been erased from social media.